What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's Arrow with Passion to Profit, and in this video we're going to do a little mini stock market crash course from the beginning, number one. I think it's very important to build a firm foundation, especially in the stock market. So if you have a notebook and some pens or pencils around, I would recommend you guys take some notes, write down words you don't know, then you can Google them later, figure out the vocabulary in the market and things like that. We've had a pretty volatile market these past few months, and a really volatile market comes with so many more opportunities. So especially if you just started in these past few months or this last year, you're going to get so many opportunities to practice, to profit loss on things so that you can just gain a lot more experience, because there's a lot more setups and just plays and volume overall in the market and in these stocks lately. Make sure you grab a notebook, take some notes. And before we get into it, if you like these educational videos, make sure you guys destroy that like button and let me know in the comments. What is a broker and which one should you choose? So a broker is a person or firm who arranges transactions between a buyer and a seller for a commission when the deal is executed. A broker is just a person or firm who executes that transaction between the buying and selling of the stocks. And I know this definition says for a commission. I know some brokers may still charge commission, but luckily for some of you guys that just started trading within these last 12 months, most brokers, or a lot of the most popular ones, are switching to free commission. The ones that have been trading for a while and were trading with big commissions before, you know how much just commissions buying and selling stocks could really add up and just eat up into your account. And a brokerage account will allow you to buy and sell shares of a stock. In the next slide, I'm going to go over some brokers that you guys can choose from. Down here at the bottom left, I have a little picture of the Wolf of Wall Street, right? So a lot of people get these confused. Those were brokers, okay? In that movie, you guys would see them call those brokers and they'd be talking to them on the phone and they would execute buying or selling of shares. And I want you to not get that confused. Here's some brokers that you can choose from. No, you do not have to use what I use. I like to use TD Ameritrade, Trade Zero. I've used Robinhood before. I haven't had any bad experiences for the most part for any of them. And I just really like to use TD Ameritrade because all their chartings and things like that is free, and they have super useful tools that I will get into near the end of the video. Here's some example brokers. Just know that some brokers may be a little more beneficial for the type of investing or trading that you're trying to do. So definitely look into that. Google some of these brokers that you find interesting or want to just look at reviews for them. Look if other people have had good experiences with them. Now, a lot of people when they're first getting started do not know the difference between these two types of accounts: cash account versus a margin account. Cash account will have no PDT rule. So a brokerage account in which the investor must pay the full amount for securities purchased. An investor using a cash account is not allowed to borrow funds from his or her broker-dealer in order to pay for transactions in the account. Okay, so a cash account will have no PDT rule. And to put that in simple terms, you have no PDT rule, but let's say you have $1,000 in an account. And let's say it's Monday and you take a trade with that $1,000. You buy and sell in the same day that $1,000. You would now have to wait 2 days. You would have to wait until Wednesday for that $1,000 to unlock for you to make another trade. So I know what some people do is they'll split up their funds, right? So let's say out of $1,000, you have $200 to trade with on Monday, $200 to trade with on Tuesday, $200 Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And now you have $200 to trade with every day, and you will have unlimited trades. You would then be able to take a trade every single day. That will work for some people's trading style, may not for others. It just depends what you want. Now, a margin account is subject to that PDT rule, meaning you have 3-day trades every 5 days. So the margin account is a brokerage account in which the broker lends the investor money to buy more securities than what they could otherwise buy with the balance in their account. Using margin to purchase securities is effectively like using the current cash or securities already in your account as collateral for a loan. So basically with the margin account, you're going to have the 3-day trades per every 5 days, right? So let's say it's Monday and you see 3 day trading opportunities and you want to take all 3. If you use your 3 day trades on Monday, those next 3 day trades won't unlock again until the following Monday. So if you use 1 day trade on Monday with $1,000 and that's your entire account, you can keep using that same $1,000 for the next 2 trades if you wanted to that same day. So that's the thing with the margin account. You can trade with your account value back to back to back, and you don't have that 2-day waiting period, but you do have to wait 5 days for that trade to unlock. So if I place 1 trade on Monday, 1 trade on Wednesday, 1 trade on Friday, I won't have those 3 trades all unlocked again until Monday comes. I'll have 1 unlocked, Wednesday comes, now I'll have 2, and then Friday comes, I'll have all 3 unlocked again. That's how the margin account is going to work. And I know some margin accounts lets you use leverage and some lets you use different types of leverage, but especially for a beginner, would not recommend you using leverage. You're just going to eat out your account a lot quicker. Now in this next slide, we have free websites and tools, and I just wanted to add a couple of these because I think it may be useful for some of you beginners out there especially. So we have benzinga.com. They give free market watch lists, daily news and updates, and really a lot more. Those sites are pretty fun to play around with, especially when you're just starting, just so you can just dive into that market world and look up all the vocabulary, just be around it and just consume yourself in it. And I think those are really nice just to click around, and then you'll be able to see how you can use those to your advantage. For example, there's some tabs at the top. One says markets, and if you hover over that, they'll have a list of pre-market movers, after hour movers, anything like that. So I think that would be very beneficial for some of you guys that still struggle on finding any type of stocks. And next we have finviz.com. That's going to be another stock screener. It shows daily top percent gainers along with daily top percent losers. And the free version is 15 minutes delayed, but I really do not think you even need the full version or need to pay for it, because most people use this for a stock screener or just to look at that front page with the top percent gainers and losers. It really does a great job, just the free version. You don't need the paid version at all. Now I'm going to go over some thinkorswim tips and tricks that you may have not known. So basically I'm just going to show you guys me adding my indicators and things like that, my support and resistance, how you can kind of customize that just a little bit, and I'm going to briefly go over that right now. So now we're over here in TD Ameritrade thinkorswim. That's what I'm using, and right here I just have FRSX pulled up. This was from Friday. This was a nice short play. I mean, from this little pop over here, it sold off 44% rough. If you got a hang of that one would have been a nice short. First things first, come up here to this chemistry glass looking thing. I'm going to take off my indicators for now just so I can show you guys how to add those. And again, I just want to really start from the beginning and the basics so that everyone can build a firm foundation and no one is getting left behind. So first, one of the indicators that I use is the moving average exponential, or the exponential moving average, or the exponential moving average. So I'll add that. It defaults to the 9, and that's what I like it on anyways. And then I add the VWAP. Add selected, and then the other indicator that I use is just called the volume AVG, so volume average. Add selected, and I'll go over more of that in a second. So first things first, I'm going to apply these, press OK, and right away you can see my VWAP lines just bam, sticking right out to you. And really this middle line is really the VWAP, but this up here is just an upper band, and down here that's just a lower band. I don't personally like those on there. They're distracting for me. I don't even think I need to I just don't like those ones. So to take that off, all you have to do is go up here to VWAP, go to the settings, go to upper band, and uncheck all 3 of these boxes, and then go to lower band and uncheck all 3 of those boxes as well, and press OK, apply, and then press OK. And then that's how I like my VWAP to look. I just like my charts to look a lot cleaner, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I just like to make my charts look clean. So now I have the volume average down here. The only difference about it from the regular volume is it gives you that average line of that volume. And I really like to see that so that I can see any volume bars that are higher than average, going both ways. So that's why I like to use that. And then we have the blue EMA line right here. I like to use that to identify short-term changes in directions. So as you can see, this little morning sell-off right here, it's trending beneath that EMA line and getting rejected by it. And then it finally crosses it and kind of is bouncing off of that EMA line, showing a short-term change in direction, because obviously after that it began to sell off. So those are just the 3 indicators I like to use, and now I'm going to go over my support and resistance. So now I just have to click, and I have a resistance line. And a lot of people ask me, how do you get these lines dashed? And actually this took me a while to figure out, because for a while I wanted to do the same. So all you have to do is right click it. Oh, let me show you. Yeah, so just right click the line, go to edit properties, and then you're going to want to come down here to style, and then it'll show you the dash line or the bold line, and you're just going to want to check the dash line, and that's how I have it. Another thing people saw in my other videos is I change the color of it sometimes. So right here, if I wanted it like this color, that's a nice violet color or whatever, press OK, and it changes that color to whatever color you like for yourself. Sometimes I like to use those support and resistance lines. I sometimes change them for different colors based off of how strong that support or resistance is. I may change it to like a red color, knowing that is a super strong support or resistance, or whatever. You can just customize anything how you like, what works best for you. You don't have to listen to how anyone else tells you how to set up your charts or trade. But one thing I like to do is make it customizable to how I guess I just like it to look. That's one thing you guys can do I think is pretty neat. That's gonna pretty much wrap it up for this video. I just wanted to make that one a little short and sweet, but really informative. And I really hope you guys learned something new. I hope some of you guys were taking notes so that you can improve your trading and just let some of these vocab words and things like that just start to stick with you so that you can speed up your learning curve. I remember when I was first starting, I wish someone kind of had a channel that really just guided me in the right direction, telling me from the start what I should be learning next and things like that, just so I can put the pieces to a puzzle together a lot quicker. But that's totally fine. I'm glad now I can do that for others that are just starting their journey in stock trading. So I really hope, again, you guys got some value out of this video. And if you did, destroy that like button for me. I would appreciate it. And if you want to be around a community of traders for absolutely free, over 7,300, about 7,400 right now, we have a free Discord chat. All the links and to my social will all be down in the descriptions. And feel free to DM me on Instagram or any other social media platform if you have any other questions. And I hope you guys learned something new, and we'll catch you guys in the next video.